If you want to know the ChatGPT moment for me this year, it was Notebook LM. And if you haven't played with it, it's a Google product. And if you're confused by what it is, there's just type in your favorite search engine, Notebook LM not human, and you'll find out why it's so extraordinary. It's essentially a way of looking at documents and media and analyzing them with a really fun way of presenting it. That's last year's. What's next year's are agents, large context windows, and automatic coding. Agents mean essentially a system with memory. So it gives input. It learns something by generating candidates. It tests things. So turn on and off the lights in the room. Eventually, it figures out that turns off that light, that turns. And remember, it learns in a microsecond. And then it produces its outcome. You can concatenate agents. And so almost every business workflow is an agent. So all the businesses that you're in will find themselves with agentic solutions where the agents will all be assigned to get the customer, bill the customer, service the customer, complain about the customer, rate the customer, so forth. All of that stuff. Do the accounting. There's a generally called a remote process automation or robotic process automation. That's going to be a huge category. The issue of context windows is the ability to use the systems for short-term memory. You can basically take what it said, feed it back in, and say, what do you think next? And the third one is automatic programming. One of the key things and I'll just give me 30 more seconds to explain. Because of those things, the following two facts are likely true. The first is, in the next year or two, we're going to have breakthrough super programmers, that is, AI systems that are programmers, and we're probably going to have breakthrough AI mathematicians. Why? There are many, many areas that people are pursuing, but in software, it's essentially, they're called scale-free. If you're doing software, you can just keep making more software. You don't need to go consult something. And furthermore, you can run the software and you get a signal as to whether it works. So you try, you learn it, you're done. You try, learn something new. Try, learn something new. These computers are supercomputers that can do that in small numbers of minutes. And you have a polymath programmer. So much for my job. For a mathematician, the same is true because both mathematics and programming have a small number of language items and a clear objective function. And these systems that you hear about are built around next word prediction. It's simpler if you have a smaller vocabulary, and it's simpler if you have a training fund. It's easy if you understand it that way. Now, there's a gazillion startups that are doing both. They're going to be successful. When that happens, what do you need? You need programmers and math. Now, this is the slope of improvement in the US. This is the slope of improvement in China. The first one that gets to the ability to do the AI research agents, the slope changes. Because instead of having 1,000 programmers, which you have at Google or OpenAI or Microsoft or what have you, you have millions. You just launch them and say, try this, try that, and so forth. That slope, so you sit there and you go, why is he talking about the slope? In my world, if you're growing this quickly, your competitor cannot catch up. Because by the time the competitor gets next to you, you're already up here. It's crucial that America be the leader. It's going to be difficult enough with China as a fast follower. They work harder, their products are better, they're cheaper. There are all sorts of reasons why the Chinese are dominating this space. They have a different economic model. But if we don't get there first, we lose fundamental leverage of our educational system, our scientists, and so forth. Sorry for the speech. This is, I'm trying to get everyone in our government to understand this. And they all kind of go, okay, and then what do you propose? And I say, well, here's an example. There's a series of meetings last week on this in the government. Maybe you could do a deal with the tech companies. They need energy, and you need access to what they're doing. Maybe you can figure out a way to get them more energy, because these things are huge energy hogs, in return for some national security help. There's a deal to be done.